Alright, here we go. The last story mission of the Ultimate Spider-Man playset here in Disney Infinity 2.0. Over the next 27 plus minutes, we are going to bring it home. Oh, how we are going to bring it home. So, at the end of the last episode, you remember we determined from delivering scientists to satellite dish portals that Mysterio is in a building way over here, and that building is, not surprisingly, the Oscorp building. Alright, so if we want to get in there, first we need to eliminate the drones flying around on top. Now this might have been a good idea to bring the bike with us, but, you know, I thought we'd try it this way, so you could see how wonderfully frustrating airborne combat can be. Fortunately, we have some ability to recover from it.
Was that an ambush?
Okay, getting shot in the face, not really working though. Right, it's 4, we need to get 5 more here. Okay, you're really better off continuing to move just so they can't quite get a beat on you. Right, we got 8 of 10, so you just need 2 more here. Okay, another one must have fell into a building or something, but should be 1 more roaming around. Oh, there it is. And there it goes. Alright, before we jump into the Oscorp building here, there are some of the flying collectibles around this building. Again, there are 20 of them put around the city, and I'm not going to go run around and grab all of them on camera, so I'm not a big fan of that. I never, you run out of things to say. Okay, there's something crazy going on down here, so I'm going to check it out real quick, and then we'll go back up and deal with what we need to deal. Okay, I'm not really seeing the villains or whatever, caused the thing to trigger. So I'm just going to head on up here. And hopefully there's a door. Oop, nearly fell off. There's a door.
You are no match for the marvelous might of Mysterio, master of illusion.
Mysterio's not going to deliver himself to us. Get in there and stop him.
And the result is that we get a strange Mysterio boss fight. Strange in its design, although I do kind of like some of the aspects that go on here once you figure out what's going on, because I didn't there at first, even with the rather obvious hints for what's going on. So you see the blue on the cube here. If we hit it and it goes small, then the blue outside will go small as well, and that will let us out. And then I kind of like this, the aesthetic of this little part of the level. Again, you're manipulating the cube, trying to figure out which colors you need in order to go get which particular block. Of course, if you don't know exactly what's going on, it might take you a little while to figure that out. But back to the aesthetics, I think that there's a lot to this stage that was supposed to remind people of the final level of Spider-Man's Shattered Dimensions, assuming that the audiences cross over in any meaningful way. I mean, you know, they're talking about a game that came out in 2010, and this Disney Infinity game, geez, I don't know. I feel like there's like at least 4 years split between these two, but anyways, we really need those platforms, because even if we climb out on this really small part of the platform, we can't throw it far enough to change that. So all we need to do is hit this red block right here, and then we can go walk out and grab the thing. But again, if we're not paying attention to that part and wander all the way to the other side of the board, that's not really going to do us any good. Okay, and then of course that's going to shut down the other side. So now we really don't have anything to look at.
The very fabric of your
But at this point, at least I did notice that I could jump around the edges and bring it up closer while the red platform was down. Again, remember the title of the episode, don't do it this way. It's really much easier than I'm making it. You know, while you're doing it, David K. will continue to say taunts at you. And quite frankly, his taunts are a little bit inappropriate. And the reason I say this is because he will make a taunt that says, "Your mother didn't say there would be days like this." Well, the main character in this playset, as we get to the next part, which is you get this short little phase of fighting symbiotes. The main character of this playset is Spider-Man, whose mother, was killed. So that would be kind of a very harsh thing to say. In fact, even the character I'm playing right now, Iron Man, his mother was murdered as well. So I don't think it was necessarily. I don't think it was necessarily the best idea to go with that particular quote. I'm pretty sure they were just thinking of cliche things for Mysterio to say, as opposed to him just being completely evil. Because that's a low blow there. Now one of these days we're going to keep our hover going so we don't keep falling off the side of the board. I don't know what that's doing to our health though. I assume it's chewing a little bit of health off each time, but... Alright, so we hit him there and got sent back to this room. So now we need to... Let's see here. Where can we go? Can't go here. Ah, here's a new place. So the block is getting more complicated. Now, the first time I saw this, I thought I just had to run through the hole. Unfortunately, I can't fit in there, even though it looks like I should be able to. In fact, my character could crawl through there if there was a crawling option. But this is another option that's been added to the cube. So the cube no longer just has red and blue colors on it like it did the first time. Now it's got shapes as well. So we just have to be aware of what shape we want. And hit that one, so now I can go up. And we can go back out to Mysterio's little play area.
When will they ever learn?
But now he's got it mixed up with shapes and colors. And I think it's fair to say that it should have been fairly simple to figure this out. But I don't think my character ever did find the easiest way. See, because you're looking here, after we remove the barriers, you'd think that way to beat this would be to go and hit the red cube, or the red part of the cube, and then we could just walk this thing on down. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw it on the corner here, and then walk it down. As far as I know, this is a legitimate tactic. Oh, wait. Hold on. We do need a bridge there. So, let's see here. What are... Yeah, that's not going to work because that shuts off the pathway. But... and we fell off the board again. So if we just hit the red part of the cube, we would solve this problem by now. Instead, I'm going to try to do something cute, which probably isn't going to work. You see, because this little thing at the edge here, it is stable. Yeah, it really didn't work for us. So that reset the battery.
Shield is going down, and you're going with it.
So instead of just hitting the red thing and going and grabbing that battery, which is what the correct answer is here, I just start punching random stuff to deal with the other side of the puzzle. This is not what I would call an approved strat. So again, we can get the battery started without having to manipulate the board too much, because we can throw it there. But that's about as far as we can get with it. So now I've got to go punch the right combo of stuff to walk through. So here we have the green one. There we go. That was a good choice. That was not a good choice. And fell off the side again. Alright, looks like the red would be useful, and... or the circle. Actually, I think the circle would be more useful. We go hit the circle, and we hit the red. So, the right answer here is to hit the circle button. And that will give us the walkway that we want. Now, see, just like that. Now we just need to get the square so we can just walk through. We just need the square to pop over here.
This is just a tip of the iceberg.
There it is. Alright, so now we've got a clear path with the exception of this red thing, because again, it wasn't the red that we needed, it was the circle that we needed. So now we have a clear path all the way from where the battery starts to where the battery ends. And I'm not sure if we found that out by way of logic or if it was just enough random hitting to trigger everything, but we got it. So, yippee. Right now we're in round 2 of symbiotes. Now, you can fall off the side, but they can't. And it doesn't appear that falling off the side does anything to your health. Otherwise, my health bar should be a lot lower than it is right now. I'm pretty sure this is all due to damage from symbiotes. Alright, and now we just, again, it's just a matter of pressing the triangle to get rid of that obstacle and then hitting the red to get the rest of the path to show up. So there's the red. Let's see how that works. Now we just need to hit the triangle to make that go away.
Superheroes.
Kick cube.
What will they ever learn?
Again, not very hard. Made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Now we can go and bring that battery over to the middle. Okay, and then we get teleported back into the room for one last time. So here, we're looking for... And because we can fly, we can cheat. As we need the circle. There, right there. And that's going to put us into Mysterio's thing for the... Whoop. Okay. Assuming we can make that jump. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go into Mysterio's little puzzles for the last time. Now, just like we kind of cheated on how we got here, Mysterio's last puzzles can actually be cheated too. You see the corner here? I can just throw or walk from this corner down to the other corner. And then that'll bring me all the way back to the middle. Alright, so I've got a... oh, I've got 3 big guys. Okay. Well, let's do some special attacks and hope that we're actually aimed at one. I don't feel like we hit anybody there. I feel like the only people we hit were the little guys. Okay, but we got our special attack back. Okay, that time we killed one of the big guys with it. And then it looks like we refilled it again, so...
And that is how I
assuming that...
say hello.
Well, no, we must have killed all 3 of the big guys in that path. So right here, we just need to get the blue one.
I'm your worst nightmare.
Because again, we're going to cheat our way through this last retrieval. You see these little blocks right here? This little alternate path? Yeah, we can throw the battery down here.
Let's see if I can change your view of things, weak-minded hero.
then we can actually reach this pathway with the battery, and now it's just a matter of essentially walking over. Okay, we do have to throw it here. There is a slight gap there.
Tony for the win. Somebody make a note of that.
Alright, that cleans out the Mysterio mission. Now we are one step closer to ending this game. Or this part of the playset. We're just going to rain Luke Cage with shiny meteors.
It's not about me.
Always takes the
Okay, it is.
disc a little while to read, even after the character is loaded. So that's why we're in a different... There we go.
Mysterio, you are an utter failure. It looks like it's time to take drastic measures.
Alright, so now we're in the final pursuit of Goblin. So, sort of like the escort missions that we did with helicopters, except this time, Goblin's the one being escorted. You need to, in order to hurt Goblin, you have to knock out all the 4 drones around him. That will take his shields out and open him up for you to attack him. Every now and then he will throw these big bombs that grow like this into these huge orbs, and you'll have to try to avoid them even though they tend to eat up a lot of the screen.
Smile!
Alright, so let's see if we can do some damage here. Again, I'm not a big fan of the way this thing aims. Not so much for these little guys, because they don't really try to avoid you. And that time we shot down the 4 things, only for Goblin to immediately summon 4 more, and to show his other attack that he sometimes does, the huge flying X-Cross. So, keep shooting at him. If you've got better aim than me, I don't think this necessarily has to take all that long. I was never much one for a real dogfight, I guess. So, here we go, trying to hit him down again. This took me a few minutes to do, and since it did, I sort of thought that Goblin was healing during the times when he had his shield up. But if you pay attention, you'll notice that his health bar doesn't change. So it was just my frustration getting the best of me in that particular situation.
Down, but never out.
Alright, we've got him about halfway down, so his health bar is no longer green.
You'll pay for that.
I wish my super attack did something in the vehicle, but it doesn't. Also, would not recommend getting out of the vehicle to use the super attack, because then he'll start jetting away from you. Oh, here we go. More big green balls.
Fight face to
I need to
face.
get this last bogey so I can... Okay, now we're doing the going up the side of the building thing. Still got that one bogey. Now, it's gonna be hard to hit him going around circles like this. Okay, he's got more bogeys again. But at least he's down into the red now, so, you know, we don't have to... Oh, got hit there. Got hit there. Half health here. More green balls, more ascending into the air stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get him now before brings more bogeys. Yeah, we got him.
Whoa! Looks like Gabi's about to receive the atomic wedgie of a lifetime.
Courtesy of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Speaking of which, you guys don't happen to have a laundry service because I smell like sewer stink, seriously.
Alright, evidently unlocked a Disney Infinity 2.0 achievement regarding feats. You know, did some more of those feats, and this is the end of the story mode for this playset, but when I get a Hulk figure, I will go back and do the Hulk missions, so this is not the finale.